Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about long-term storage and how you can start your own long-term storage by sealing up your food with a food sealer. And we're going to feature this VEVOR VS5500 vacuum sealer. This thing blows away the one I had before. So let's get into it. All right, folks, welcome back. So you've probably seen me do videos on sealing up food with a vacuum sealer before. The one I previously had was made by Ziploc and did an okay job, but I've noticed in some cases the seals didn't hold very well, and the vacuum strength on it was nowhere near as well as this does. So this is a 130 watt multifunction vacuum sealer. It's for dry or moist food storage. It's got an air hose system built in on the side there. There's a plug. This is your hoses for sealing cans, if you're interested in that. All right, it's designed with a vacuum pump to provide 80 kPa maximum suction, all right? So you got a 2.5 millimeter wide sealing strip on the inside to ensure very tight packaging. And this thing really does an excellent job. You know, with the Ziploc one, I always feel like if I started a bag, and it does come with some bags too, I'll show you those here. The other one, I felt like if I started a bag, I'd have to seal it and then seal it again just to give it a double seal. This thing, with what I've been testing so far, really seals up nicely. So if you just get started prepping and you start buying dry goods like beans and rice and stuff like that, this is an excellent way to preserve this food for a very, very long time. It will suck all of the oxygen out of the bag, all of the air out of the bag, and seal it up nicely. So you got a good long storage life with that. Now we're going to store up some rice and some lentils, and I also have some other stuff that we're going to seal to show you that this can be used for other things other than just food. So the cool thing about this thing is you can seal manually as well. So if you decide up top here that you just want to make a seal on a bag, like I was saying before, you can do that. You can marinate meat with this. You can put it in a canister and marinate meat with this. It does have the pulse for the canister. You have your choice between your dry and moist food, and your pressure can be normal or gentle if you have something that you don't want to crush up too much. I certainly wouldn't try potato chips in this, but it would probably work well for things that you don't want to squish down too hard, like cookies or candies or stuff like that. Now remember, the seals you're going to get are only going to be as good as the bags you use. So do buy high quality bags. Don't buy junk. Don't go for the cheapest bags, because remember, you're storing this food to save your life after a disaster or emergency. You don't want to cheap out. This is kind of where buy once, cry once comes into play. Now, let me show you the system in here. In here, you're going to have a bag cutter, okay? And this will cut your bags. You also have a place to store your bags back here. So when this is closed, you can always see about how much bag you've got left in there. So I'm going to set this up and show you kind of how it works here. We're going to pull it through, pick this part up, put it underneath. There we go. Now the first thing we're going to seal is a bag of lentils. I'm kind of trying to judge. Let me bring it over here. There we go. Kind of trying to judge about how much I'm going to need. This I just opened up from a couple of bags of lentils that I had, and I wanted to seal it up, and this was a perfect opportunity to do it. So I always say to do a little bit more than you think you'll need. So I'm going to go about there. Run across the top, and there you go. Your bag is cut. So the first thing we're going to do is put a seal on this. Okay, we're going to close it down. You can hear it click on both sides. And we're going to hit the manual seal button. It might help if I plugged it in. All right, so we're going to hit the manual seal button, and it doesn't make any noise. It'll just be silent. So, here we go. There's our seal. Now I want you to take a look at that seal. That is a seal completely through the bag. Okay, very, very quickly. Very good seal. It doesn't look like it has any dimples in it or anything like that. It's just sealed completely through the whole bag. Not a perfectly straight seal, but it doesn't really matter. We're just storing the lentils in here. So what I'm going to do is fill this up with lentils, see how full I can get it, and we'll seal it up and vacuum it. All right, so I was able to get the whole bag in there. No problems. Now remember, when you're doing this, you want to leave enough room in here to actually suck some air out, as well as leave enough room in here to be able to put it down in there. So I'm about pretty good here. I think what I'm going to do is cut the top off of this a little bit, just so I can get it into that air chamber. One last little cut across the top. Get rid of just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to put it down in the air chamber here. And actually, I'm going to flip it because the bag naturally rolls that way. It's a little easier to do when you do it that way. Okay. And we're going to close it down again. Got it. That side's done. And now we're going to hit the vacuum and seal. Now look at the suction on that thing. That just sucked right down on it. It's as hard as a rock there. So we'll let it seal up. And remember, we're doing this on normal, not gentle, because these beans will hold up through pretty much anything. Okay, we're letting it seal. And I believe it's done. So let's take a look and see what we got. And there we go. Look at that. Sealed up, good to go. Can be stacked, can be lined up on your shelves. I'm going to trim off the top here with a scissor. And we're going to move on to our next project, which is going to be some rice. All right, so next up I got a 5-pound bag of rice. I am going to use the larger bags that were sent. And by the way, these are actually really nice bags, and they give you a decent amount. I've sealed up a couple of things off this one already, and you can see you got a decent amount to start with here. I always hate it when companies send you a product and don't send you something to get started with it. You know, if it needs a bag or tape or whatever. It's like, send me at least a little bit with it. So I'm very glad they did that. So we're going to probably try to kind of do this about the same length, but a little bit shorter because it's going to be wider. So I'm going to go about to here on this bag. Okay. I'm going to put my cutter down, and that's a little bit long. There we go. Run the cutter across. Love that cutter. That makes life so easy. And we're going to seal our bag again. Then I'm going to try and fill this up. I'm going to get my seal a little bit closer to the edge than I did the first time. Okay. Lock it down. Manual seal. Now we'll wait a minute or two till that's done. And as you can tell, the seals on this are just really, really nice. I mean, the fact that that's so airtight, I got confidence that that's going to last a good long time. Okay, definitely like the seals on this. I don't have to worry about them. There we go. Nice, perfect seal across the top. And again, you can see how clear, like it literally melts the bag to itself, clear, and fuses it closed. All right, we're going to fill this up with rice, and I will bring you back once that's done, and we will see how well this seals up. So I got it all in here. I actually estimated pretty good on the bag size. Again, I have it over the lip here where your air is going to be sucked in and across the sealer as straight as I can, and enough room here so that we got enough air to suck out. Okay, let's close it up. All closed up, hit manual seal. I put it on the bag this time because I want you to see how quickly the bag sucks down. And there you go. Now this is a bigger bag, and already it's rock hard. So you can see this thing really does a good job. And people will ask if you need oxygen absorbers or anything like that. Not in this situation, because you have an air-free environment in here, completely air-free, completely packed up, good for, I would say, 10 or 15 years. As long as the seals hold, that should be good for a while. Now, if I run into any issues with the seals on this, I've had this for a while now, and I've been testing it, and I have not had any seals pop on me yet. If I happen to run into any issues, of course, I will let you know. I am going to write the date and the what's sealed up in there. I don't really need to write rice because I can see it. And that's another advantage to sealing in these clear bags, is you can see what the heck you have. And it's a lot more secure than keeping it in this. So definitely a cool little thing. Let's check out the seal on it. And there you go. Perfect seal all the way across. Hard as a rock. That's not going anywhere. And you got that sealed up. So for the last thing I'm going to seal, I'm going to show you this doesn't have to be used only for food. You can use this for your prepping gear. You can use this to compact things down in a bug out bag. And that's one of the things. I have some camo netting that I want to kind of compact down for my go gear and actually my car kit, because I use it over the back lid of my hatchback there, so I can have a little sunshade. So I'm going to seal it up with that. It's still in the box that it came in, or the plastic it came in. We're going to seal it up too and see how well it does with something that's non-food. All right, so what you got in front of you here is my camo netting. I just kind of hang this off the back door of my Jeep when I open it up, so I have a little bit of a sunshade. I can kind of put it with bungees on either side. It also is awesome if you ever use this stuff for camo painting. You simply put a layer of it over what you want to paint with different colors, and you get these little, you almost get like a digital pattern. But anyway, what we're going to do with this is seal this up. So I'm going to use the smaller bags for this because this is thinner. At least the way I'm going to seal it, it is. And put the bag in, put it under the cutter. And we'll see here. I want enough room to let the air be sucked out. So that's about right. That looks about good. There we go. So I'm going to seal the back. Again, very, very simple. Push it down, hit manual seal, wait a few minutes, and it will be ready. I hope I hit it. Yep, I did. And it'll be ready for you. So come back when that's in there, and we'll try to seal it up. All right, so I got it in here now. I may need to seal this on gentle. I'm not sure yet. I don't want it to suck it up into a ball. We're just going to try it on regular pressure and see how well it does. So let's start it up. And it is sucking the air out of there. Doing a good job so far. And it isn't balling up, so the regular pressure is just fine for it. I was kind of concerned that it might start to pull it forward. But yeah, that's sealed up really, really well in there. Nice and tight. So you can use this for pretty much anything. If you guys are setting up a cache and you want to put some stuff away, make sure it's waterproof, say ammunition or whatever else, or water or food, this is an excellent way to do it. But for those of you folks that are just getting started in preps and maybe you don't want to go out and spend a fortune on 5-gallon buckets and oxygen absorbers and Mylar bags, this is a good way to start putting away some food for long-term storage. So we're going to let this finish out, and I'll bring you back when we're done. All right, so there you go, all sealed up and all ready. So let me get this stuff put away, and I'm going to tell you all the information on this when we finish up. All right, so before we wrap up, I wanted to give you a little bit of information on this unit itself. The unit itself costs $59.99. Now remember, if you use VV promo, and I'll have that link down below there, the name down below there, you can save 5% off on your purchase. And I have my link to the store below there too as well, where this product will be. It does come with an extra seal here. Okay, and that's this seal on the bottom here, this piece here. And they tell you in the manual not to store this crushed down, like closed, like you're going to seal it. Just storing it like this is fine, but you don't want to clamp it down every time you do it, because eventually it'll ruin the seal and make it less able to seal. It does come with the adapter here for using it with canning or marinating, and it comes with 2 really decent sized bags of stuff. So as you can see, it does an excellent job. This is the stuff we just sealed up. Let me dig it out here. There we go. All right, as you can see, it does an excellent job. There's no air is escaping out of anything. Very well sealed up. This will go into my long-term storage now. And I'm really impressed with the unit. I got to say, for what it costs, I paid that much for my Ziploc one, and it doesn't suction anywhere near as well as this one does. Not even close. So to store food, to store items you don't want to get wet, maybe in your bug out gear or your emergency gear, this is definitely a way to go. Now remember, if you're storing things that are very sharp, they're going to cut through the bag. Like if you want to stick a knife in here, you definitely want to have it in a sheath, and you don't want to have any really rough edges on the outside of it. But it does work very well for for its intended purposes. I'm very, very pleased with it. And I'm going to be getting rid of the Ziploc and keeping this one permanently. So the link for it will be down below. Check it out. Like I said, about 60 bucks. I do have a 5% coupon that you can use, and that's good for site-wide, by the way, not just on this. So anything else you purchase, you can use that coupon and save site-wide. My link will be down below for this. Don't forget to check out all our other links. We have our My Patriot Supply link. We have some amazing deals going on there this month, and you guys have been buying a lot of stuff from them. So I'm pleased to see people getting stocked up. That's preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. We have 2-week and 4-week kits with food, as well as a 3-month kit with $200 off. The other kits have some money off on them as well. I don't remember exactly the amount, but if you check out the site, you'll be able to see it there. Our Amazon affiliate store. If you're not looking for anything particular that I use in the channel and you just want to help us out a little bit, click the link, shop as you normally would. We do appreciate that. Our freeze-dried wholesaler link. Now, I know, folks, he is out of a lot of stuff. That's because everybody's buying a lot of stuff from him. He's got amazing food, so give it a look. See, you know, he's working very hard to get the stuff back in stock. I also know some people are experiencing longer than usual shipping times. He does have a notice right on top of his website there on the header that will tell you, yes, you're experiencing longer than normal shipping times before you even place an order. So I don't want people to come on here and be like, hey, he's useless. He didn't do anything. He didn't ship my order. I ordered it 2 weeks ago. It's going to take some time. He's very, very busy. His crew is running 24/7. He is in there with them running it. So yes, he's swamped a bit, but they're getting the food out. And remember, they had food when nobody else did. So if you use my link, you click that link, you will save 15% on your order when you check out. we have our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store and our Money Metals exchange link. Folks, if you want some really good deals on gold and silver for storage, definitely check out Money Metals Exchange. My link down below will take you to the Silver Stacker Kit, which is an excellent starter kit for folks who are interested in just dipping their toe in there. Under $200, you can dip your toe in, get a little bit of silver put away, just for in case of emergency, to preserve your wealth. Again, it's not a money-making thing. You don't buy silver and gold to make money. You buy it to preserve your wealth in case of a collapse, bank run, whatever, any kind of bad economic situation. That will preserve your wealth somewhat. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.